Randy, we do it again.
We couldn't go outside and walk.
Yes, sir.
Really bad. I'll call my mom.
Tara, how are you? Tara, good.
If the time is okay, I can put this on a repeat event if people would like.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do it again, Wendy, please.
Ho detto che lo facciamo di nuovo.
Is the
Very
time
nice
okay?
idea. We don't need the coronavirus.
It's the only time that,
Once every 6 months at least, okay?
but you can't, but your parents, they can't see Carlotta and family. It's the only way they can see them, right? The 25 days.
That's true. But now that Carlotta learned how to do it, we can do it on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah, you in Italy, yes.
Only with the nonni. That's it.
See.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Giovanna.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, a presto.
Bobby,
Dadina.
wait to eat in our house.
Davide, Tirappi. Dai, sei più bello con o senza barba. Dai, Pupino. He's asking, Davide, please shave your beard. You are much nicer without a beard. Please shave your beard. Nonna.
Bene.
No, presto risolveremo.
Sì, però
Mi vedo solo la coinquilina e il cane, cosa devo fare? Quando finisce il virus me la taglio.
Guarda che l'hai detto.
Ok.
Finisca presto.
Ciao Andy, ciao Joseph, ciao Adelaide.
Ciao.
Ciao. Un bacio.
Allora, buona giornata a tutti. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Go bye-bye.
Good job, Addie. I'm proud of you for Zooming.
Like I said, Wendy, we rehearsed a couple of times first.
Right. Well, she said that she had a French class or.
Oh, right. We prep. Right.
And also last night I went to a dance class that was Zoomed.
Yeah.
I'm a Zoomer. I'm a real Zoomer.
It's fantastic.
Well, thanks to Bob, thanks to Joe that got me started.
Yeah. Well, the Nacamu family is starting to do a weekly Zoom. So I could invite you too, now that you know how to Zoom.
Sure. When do you meet?
Well, when are we supposed to call each other? What day of the week are we supposed to call each other? Because it's cheaper.
Yeah, well,
Anybody does that anymore.
Weekend. That's a weekend time, whatever.
Yeah. So it's on Sundays.
Okay. What time on Sunday? My time. Send me an email and tell me when you figure it out.
Yeah, I could invite the whole clan. We did a practice run with just the Nacamus. And then I said, okay, let's upgrade to Nacamus around the world.
Yeah. Okay.
So we could do East Coast, West Coast Nacamus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just send me an email and I'll be there if I can.
Yeah.
And send me where
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, of course.
Wendy, I assume things are not on lockdown in California like they are, certainly not like they are in Italy, right? I mean, you can't leave the house unless you have, I don't know, they ask for some kind of identification or you have to have some kind of purpose to leave the house. I mean, that kind of thing, that's not going on yet, is it?
It's just social distancing and, essential workers, but the essential workers are beyond what is essential. So, I mean, I went and got takeout for pizza and salads. I got enough, for a few days, but that's not essential. We don't need to have takeout food. My roommate's boyfriend's a plumber and he's going to work every day. I mean, plumbing's important, but is it essential? I don't know. So, and everybody is out walking. Those dogs are so tired.
Yeah, here too. Everybody's out walking like crazy. All of our neighbors are out walking. I mean, that's all good. And I think people are trying to keep their distance, but we certainly don't have the tight lockdown that they do in Italy here either. I mean, people are
Yeah.
kind of wandering around, and
I think it depends. If you live in a more rural area, such as you and I do, Joe, we don't come that close to people. If you live in the city, we're chock-a-block. Everybody is near one another, and then it's much more difficult.
Well, for example, like at the supermarket, they're starting to let people in only a few at a time.
Yes.
And Trader Joe's, one of our favorite supermarkets, is marking out on the pavement what 6 feet is. And so setting up blocks for people that are waiting in line to be separated. So they're doing things like that. Are they doing that there in New Paltz?
Well,
not yet. I mean, they have.
or they are letting 10 people in at a time now. They used to have this calling in advance system, but that got too chaotic with all the cars lined up.
I mean, I guess that's started in some places, but I mean, I went to the supermarket at the beginning of the week, and it was, I mean, everyone just went in and shopped, and we tried to keep our distance, but nothing, they didn't have anything special set up at that point.
Yeah.
And I think most of the supermarkets, I know the one by Bob and Jenny, they will let you like phone ahead an order, and they already know kind of what you usually order, apparently, because, you know, someone's watching. And they will deliver it to your car if you're over 60.
I mean, I think they've started offering that here too, but you know, I mean, look at New York State. It's a little bit too late. I mean, the cases in New York, it's you know, it's insane here. But mostly in the city, well, half in the city, but we're not that far from the city, so we're getting more and more cases up here.
Someone, Joe, that there are a lot of New York City people are coming up here. I have a friend from one of my Italian groups who likes to shop at Adams, which is a really nice outdoor market or a nice veggie stand. She said it's mobbed with city people. How does she know? I don't know. But people who are well off and have second houses up in the New Paltz area.
Well, yes, many of our neighbors are weekenders, and they're all here. They're all of the weekend houses are full from New York. Yep.
Smart. It's the right thing to do. Get out of New York.
And we figure our real estate prices are going to go up after this. We're going to, you know, we'll see what we can get for our place. Maybe we'll move.
Where are you going to go?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem.
Well, my friend Dave wants to move up here, and there are 2 apartments that are available within the next few months. So I don't know if he's going to come or not. He's not allowed to live with me, but he's allowed to live in one of these apartments. My laws, my rules.
I love your rules, Addie. I was actually talking about your rules yesterday to someone. I was like, I love my Aunt Addie. She's got boyfriends, but she's like, sorry, keep your own place. That's my rule.
The only way I can keep the boyfriends, keep me happy. I don't know about them, but keeps me happy.
And that's what's most important.
Yep, that's what I think. and teach my great niece what's important in life. Yeah. It works. So I don't know if it's going to happen, but there's a place open April 1st, but he says that's too soon. He can't get his act together that fast. But there's another place open June 1st. So that's not bad if he can get his act together. If he doesn't change his mind, I don't know. Joe thinks he's going to change his mind.
It's hard for me to imagine he's going to go through with it. I mean, I think he's just thinking about moving up here because of what's going on in New York City right now. Everyone's freaking out, but I mean, that'll pass. And I think,
yeah.
And
would he keep the place in the city?
That's what he's thinking. He could keep it for a while because he's paying $900 a month, which is not much money. And he says he could keep the 2 for a while.
If he could keep the 2, then I could see him doing it. If he can't keep the 2, he's a city boy. He needs to stay in the city.
Yeah, I
think so.
Yeah, you both are probably right.
And he shouldn't give up the place in the city if he's only paying $900. Sorry.
You're right. But he thinks he gets several $1,000s if he gives it up because the rent-controlled place. And for years they were anxious to get him out so they could rent it for, a couple of grand or whatever. Who knows? Yeah,
if he moves out of the city, he's not moving back in.
He can't afford it. His place will be gone.
Right.
It'll be way too expensive.
So
he's got to hold on to that. Good advice. Good advice.
I learned from my Aunt Addie.
I learned from you too. So is Karma upstairs working or something, or downstairs?
Karma went back downstairs.
Yeah, she's
I
downstairs.
think she has to call her mom.
Oh,
I know we called from we're in separate offices. Maybe that was weird. I don't know. We just did it that way.
okay, it's a big house. Yeah.
It was cute when I first got on. The two Italian families were talking, and I was like, I just want to get on early to make sure everyone's good. And they're like, no, how are you doing? I was like, no, just talk to each other. It's fine. But that was amazing because they hadn't seen each other in 25 days, they said?
A long time. Because I think normally Carlotta goes to see her parents just about every day.
Mm-hmm.
My son has been calling me twice a day.
That's me, right?
I'm still alive. I
Yeah.
feel okay, except I can't walk.
I know.
We've been talking several times a day, I think, haven't we?
Yeah,
At least
I said
twice.
at least twice a day. At least means 2 or more.
Math teacher.
Right, Miss Mathematics there?
That's great. Yeah, well, I'm here also if you ever need, someone to chat with.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a job this afternoon when we finish. I have 10 people I've got to call who are members of the Jewish community because there are people who need somebody. So they've taken all the list of names and I said I'd help. So I'm going to call them this afternoon. So my list is 10 left. No, I had 12, so now I have 10.
Molto bene.
Grazie. Okay, so ciao.
Ciao.
Grazie. Grazie.
Wendy, thank you again for setting this up.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
I'm floored by how many people showed up. That was great.
It's amazing. It was wonderful. Thank you.
I'll send out
Thank you
screenshots.
for teaching me, Joe. Now it's so easy. Now that I know how to do it.
So Wendy, good luck. I guess you're going online next week. Or you're ready for it?
We don't know what the expectations are yet. So
Well, we've gotten they've given us some expectations, but it's pretty loose. I mean, we have new administrators this year. This is their first pandemic, so
oh my
they're
God.
just making it up, and we're just, we'll see. I mean, it's pretty much. I don't know how final exams are going to work, or AP exams, or any of that stuff, but I don't know.
Right. Well, we gave up state testing. That's out. We're not doing it.
Us too.
Yeah. And did I tell you we were like 2 days away from striking before the pandemic hit?
Oh,
Like
yes.
we just finally set up a contract, but it was like we're days away from.
You
from
did
striking.
settle, or no? Or
We did settle. We settled.
You did settle. Okay.
But then I think
Pretty
we
decent.
settled
It was
on-
a pretty fair contract, or?
It was actually more about student to support ratios, about the counselors and the psychologists and stuff. We already knew our salary. We were fine on salary. It was also elementary student to teacher ratios.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, we settled on Wednesday, and then on Friday, that was our last day of school.
This is the end of your second week off.
Yeah, I think the 13th, Friday the 13th was our last one.
Us too.
Yeah.
Isn't that
And
significant?
we're going to be off certainly through next month, a whole nother month. Beyond that, who knows? I guess we'll have to see what, how many people are still dealing with this in New York. But I mean, I assume you're probably going to be off for another month as well. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yesterday they said we were off till May 1. So, yeah, one more month. Yeah, the parents with kids are struggling. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, Robin sounds as though she's had her heads full already. But those kids are great.
Robin is calling me 2 or more times a day also.
Oh, okay. There you go. I got to go make my phone call, so I'm going to say goodbye.
Okay.
And
All
I'm
right.
gonna say
Ciao,
thank you.
everybody.
Thank you both. Next time I should cover up my pillows. That looks pretty sloppy. Forgot you can all look in here.
That's all right. I put a shirt on, but I'm not wearing any pants. So.
Oh, don't stand up.